G'day guys, Josh here. Welcome to the new Players Compendium, Lost Ark. Once again, I got it all mixed up, but doesn't really matter. I talked about, how you progress next up with Argos and Oreha, and I actually forgot to even discuss
Greater,
what
the
gear
king,
set.
or the kingmaker.
Okay, Carissa. Interesting comment, but we wanted to know, because a lot of you guys haven't asked, but I'm like, hang on, we've forgotten this little gap here. So basically, these are the dungeon sets as per se. So it's like a tier 1 dungeon set. Let's ignore that for a second. Let's just get to... This is also a dungeon set as well, but let's get to the next sets. Okay, so you got Selection, Preordained, and Harsh Oath. Now, I'm not sure if I can get it to the right. No, I can't. But here you go. Here's the Selection set. As you can see here with the Selection set, this is from Oreha Amphibians. So you need these to craft them. Generally, as I said before, you get 28 of these in your first 2 runs, okay? Your first run of each hard mode dungeon. So you get 8, you get 15 on Pravasa, 13 in Ares Oculus. Now, I highly recommend that you craft one of these. If you don't get enough to craft, any Argos pieces, you can use any of these pieces here. Just remember, you're going to gear transfer and replace it later, okay? Because the 5 set is not that great compared to, I'll tell you right now, compared to Argos' set, it's not that great. Argos' set is a lot better with the 2 pieces as well. And yeah, so pretty much you want to get the weapon, and that's it, okay? Because the weapon is easy to make compared to trying to make the Argos weapon, which is a lot harder because you only get 11 per week, 16 if you open the chest. Now, overall, as you can see here, the set pieces are decreased movement speed cooldown by 10%, and the other one is plus 12 seconds of festival when using a skill. You get Finale, which you do 10% extra damage, and then when you use it 17 times, you get 15% extra damage for 20 seconds, and they don't stack. So it may sound good, but overall it's not too good. Next up, we're going to talk about the Preordained. So Preordained is generally the DPS set because it gives you crit rate. There are some DPS classes that may use the Moon set instead. This is what we call the Sunset. So the Sunset, basically you get 5 stacks of crit rate, so you have 50% extra crit when it hits midday. And if it hits a midday and you have someone who's got 5 stacks of Moon, you get 25% crit and 50% crit damage as well. So it's absolutely huge to make sure you have matching buffs. Generally, most supports, most DPS pick the Sun one because their having additional crit rate is better than having additional crit damage. But it depends on the class. Like if you've got a class that has a high crit rate already, then maybe you should go for the Moon set. Now we go to Harsh Oath, which is the notably Moon set. And as you can see here, you know how I said not to craft a weapon? You can see it requires 20 bloods, and the armor only requires 12 bloods. So always make sure that you craft this, okay? Make sure you always craft the armor pieces. Do not craft the weapons. Now with Harsh Oath basically gain Lunar Power. I actually do have this on my bard already, as you can see. So basically, you get 6% extra crit damage every 5 stacks. Once you hit 30%, you get Full Moon. Full Moon, you get 50% extra crit damage for 15 seconds. And if you combine it with the Solar, and it turns into Eclipse, you get 25%. And that's pretty much it with the armor pieces, okay? Those are the armor pieces you can craft. Generally, support should be picking Moon, picking Harsh Oath, and the DPS should be picking Preordained because crit rate's a lot better than crit damage. Now, just be aware as well, make sure you have a selection weapon, and that's about it. So basically, it doesn't matter too much where your selection thing is, but for convenience sake, you want to have on your weapon because you can actually craft a weapon the moment you get it. For Argos, you can craft it if you do all 3 phases, but you can't craft it immediately. So you get 10, 5, and then 5 from the bonus chest, which actually, you can craft it, but it's just not recommended, okay? Not recommended at all. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And to make sure, as I said, as a quick reminder, Sun, DPS, Moon, generally support, and Selection, just 1 piece to just hone it out. But anyways, guys, that's about it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe.